Okay, we got ready up there. Revelations 12 and 16, right?
Come, sir.
Okay. That Revelations 12 and 16. You can go ahead, all right?
Come, sir. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12,
Right.
verse 16.
So, book of Revelations, as mentioned before, right? The book of Revelations is a book where Saint John the Revelator, right, had dreams while he was in prison on the island of Patmos, right? Um, so these, just like any dream, a dream you have is not literal, right? It is a reflection of one thing to another. That's the apocrypha, right? If you could get me the Ecclesiasticus, chapter, I believe it's 34, right? Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34, right?
Come, sir.
Right? And the Most High showed dreams unto a lot of our prophets, all right? Okay, right? So we're gonna understand what a dream is, right? Go ahead.
34.
The one.
Come, sir.
Yeah.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34, verse 1.
Also, anyone on the YouTube, right? If you can hear anything, please say you can hear something, right? Because a while ago, the people out there on YouTube, they said they couldn't hear nothing, so we just restarted the YouTube stream. All right, go ahead.
Come, sir. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus,
Mm-hmm.
chapter 34, verse 1.
Right.
The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain.
Right. So there are many men who don't understand the Bible, and they are vain. They care about things that to the Most High are considered nothing. You see what I'm saying? Which is a lot of your brothers out there in Israelite groups outside of the I.S.U.P.K. Also Christians, see what I'm saying, and Muslims. Their hopes are vain because they have no understanding of the prophecies that are in this Bible here. All right, read it. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And false.
And false. The things they say are false. Keep reading.
And dreams lift up fools.
And dreams lift up fools, right? So many people will read the dreams in the scriptures, but they don't understand it. And they lift up fools. I mean, they're gonna believe that the oppressor could be saved. That you see what I'm saying?
Come, sir.
They have all kind of doctrines and they believe it. That's why they're out there wearing whatever color they're wearing out there, because they've been lifted up by their own vain understanding in reading these dreams. All right, keep reading.
Come, sir. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth that catcheth at a shadow.
Right. So there are people out there who they read the prophecies in the Bible. They don't understand it, so they make their own interpretation because they don't understand it. And now they're out there saying that they're gonna be the 144,000. They're saying it can't just be the UPK.
Right.
They think it's a random selection. So they're chasing nothing up. It's like they're chasing their own shadow.
Right.
They're doing it for nothing. Keep reading.
And followeth after the wind.
And they follow after the wind. Keep reading.
Verse 3.
Imagine trying to catch the wind. Right? The wind is blowing you. The wind blow a leaf past you, right? And you're trying to catch the wind. That is fake Israelite groups.
Concept.
Yeah, I mean, keep reading.
Verse 3.
Thinking that Native Indians ain't Israelites, thinking that you're gonna get some kingdom. You're chasing the wind. You're wasting your time. Right? Because the Native Indians are the Israelites. And if you don't believe that and you're thinking about some salvation without the Mexicans, without the Native Indians in this land in America here, you chasing the wind out. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Come, sir. Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The vision of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another.
Right. So when you read in the book of Revelations, and Saint John the Revelator is talking, right? When he said the earth helped the woman, it's not talking about an actual earth. It's not talking about an actual woman. It's the what? Read it again.
The vision of dreams, is the resemblance of one thing to another.
So the earth is a resemblance of one thing, right, to another. So it says earth, but it means another thing. It says woman, but it means another thing, right? So shalom, just art and paint. How Shemana about Shemir Shai, right? If you could just art and paint. If you could tell us how we sound. If we sound quiet, if we need to turn the sound up, if you can't hear us at all, right? Please just if you could give us your input there, sister, right? Is there any more on that?
Counsel.
Yeah.
Of one thing to another,
Uh-huh.
even as the likeness of a face to a face.
Even as the likeness of a face to a face. Right? So you look in the mirror. Without a mirror, you can't see what's on your face.
Right.
Right? But you look in the mirror, you can see your face. You see what I'm saying? You say, oh, damn, I didn't know there was a spot here. You see what I'm saying? So now, let's go into Revelations now, right? And see what's going on there, right? We're going to get Revelations on 12 and 16, all right?
Counsel. Read, sir.
Please.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 16.
Right. Here's St. John the Revelator's dream while it was on the island of Patmos. Read.
And the earth helped the woman.
And the earth helped the woman. Now, the earth is a resemblance of one thing to another. Right. It doesn't really mean earth. It means the archaeology. Earth in Revelation means archaeology. Right? Just like our fake Israelites get the whole thing about the red moon mixed up. The red moon in Revelations is not actually a moon. Right? Moon in Revelation means knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So brothers out there, you know what I mean, had the red moon and the eclipse a while back, saying, oh yeah, this red moon is a prophecy. You don't know what you're talking about. You're scared of the things in heaven. Like Jeremiah said, you shouldn't be scared of the things that you see in heaven. And heaven is the sky. All right? The earth helped the woman. And the woman, right, is what's going to give birth to the child, as it mentioned up from here, right? Right? So the woman is what's carrying the child, which is the Holy Spirit of Yahawashi, who is trying to be born into the earth, right? And if we might need a verse up, right? Yeah, give me one verse up if I could.
Come on, sir.
Yeah.
Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Right. The serpent cast out flood right out of his mouth after the woman. Tried to hide our identity, man. You see what I'm saying? The flood represents the lies. Lies is everywhere in America. You know what I mean? They go as far to say that we're living in the age of deception. You see what I'm saying? It cast out of his what?
Out of his mouth.
Out of his where?
Mouth.
Because lies come from people's mouths. All right. And who's saying this?
The serpent.
And the serpent. The serpent in the Bible is the slave master, the oppressor's people. You see what I'm saying? Snakes don't talk to people, right? Snakes don't talk.
Right.
In the garden, snakes don't talk. You know what I'm saying? The reader sound clear. The speaker is low. So loud here. That's loud here, right? All right. How we sound now, Judah Matt? Does it sound any better now if I could, right? Just give me a one if I sound better now. Give me a one. All right, we'll keep going. What's going on, Mashama Yashma Yahweh Hashem Shabbatha? All right, Mosai and Christ, Judah Matt. Throw out the Mashama Yash. All right, keep reading that.
Come, sir. As a flood after the woman.
As a flood after the woman, right? The woman, and remember now, the woman is trying to give birth to the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Which is that Holy Spirit is the people who are led by Yahawashi and Mashiach. All right, the people who are going to bring forth the government of the new kingdom. Right. In other words, the slave master don't want what the U.P.K has going on to get out there. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come, sir. That he might cause her to be carried away.
That he might cause her to be carried away. Carried away what? Carried away by your lies.
Come, sir.
You see what I'm saying? He's saying something out of his mouth that's a lie, and you run with it. Now life ain't about being an Israelite and getting free from America no more.
Right.
It's about iPhones and PlayStation 5, and we live for sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead.
Right.
I mean, we gotta live for sneakers. And if I get $500 from any job, forget food. Buy the Gucci belt.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Take my $10 and buy a hoe. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Live in the moment. You only live young, die once. Live young, die fast. Right? Keep reading.
Her to be carried away of the flood.
Right. So you want to be carried away by the flood of lies, right? About what life is really about. So keep reading.
Verse 16. And the earth helped the woman.
But the earth helped the woman. And that earth has been doing wonderful things in the I.S.U.P.K. on the commanding journey of YAHANNA. Keep reading.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the lies.
Concept.
The archaeology came out in books. We got a nice book right here called The Black Indians.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Where it's gonna give forth some information about who we are and who the Black Americans, who really got slaughtered in the time of the feast of Thanksgiving, in its inception, when it was being made. Where did the football game really come from? Right?
No.
Okay, no sweat. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Salaki. And swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Hold on a second there. If you could read chapter 1 right here. All right, read chapter 1 right there for me.
Come,
sir. You know
sir.
what I mean? Now, this is the book Black Indians by William Loren Katz. You know, we didn't make this book up. This is the earth right here. This is the archaeology, meaning books open up to us now. You see what I'm saying? What does it say right here?
Come, sir. This is out of the book Black Indians, A Hidden Heritage.
A what?
A Hidden Heritage.
Oh man, now we got to go to Psalm 83 in a minute for that now.
Come, sir.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Today, most blacks, today most Black Indians do not live in the forest or on broad plains of the United States.
Because they would have you think from all these movies, the order of the Native Indians is out there in the Wild Wild West.
Sir.
Well, there are some in the Wild Wild West. The Lord said that we are blessed in the city, no, we are cursed in the city, cursed in the fields. But we are cursed in the city. You see what I'm saying? We're also cursed in the city. Keep reading.
Most do not inhabit government.
How many?
Most.
Some of.
Most.
Only a few.
Most.
Only on the reservations.
Most.
Where are most of the Native Indians at?
Most do not inhabit the government reservation.
Most Native Indians don't live on the reservations. Some do. You're going to go to reservations to find some Native Indians there. You see what I'm saying? You might even find a $5 Native Indian there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But what? Most do not live on the reservations.
Right, sir.
We'll keep reading.
Government reservations set aside for Native Americans any more than most Indians do. To be sure, they crowd, for example, the Shinnecock Reservation on New York's Long Island.
So there's a place on Long Island, Nassau County and Suffolk County, right, called the Shinnecock Reservation, and they crowd there. Keep reading.
But
besides that, keep reading.
But many more walk.
What? How many?
Many more.
A little less.
Many more.
A few less.
Many more.
The same amount.
Many more.
Keep reading. Many more. Keep reading.
Many more. Walk the crowded streets of.
Where?
Nearby.
Near to where? Nearby to Long Island. Keep where?
Nearby. New York City.
New York. Concrete jungle. Where there's a lot of Native Indians in New York, and guess what? They don't. It's wait. Read the title of the book again. The title of the book is
Black Indians, A Hidden Heritage.
They in New York City with a hidden heritage.
Johnson.
They don't know they Native Indians. The earth shall help the woman. Keep reading.
Nearby New York City, they are.
Yep.
They are found.
They are found where?
In abundance.
In abundance. Wait. No, a few of them. No. They all died. They all died in the first Thanksgiving. They killed them all. Keep reading now.
They are found in abundance in the cement caverns of Boston.
In the cement cavern, in other words, buildings. In the concrete, New York concrete jungle, where dreams are made up of. Concrete jungles. They're what? The cement caverns, man. Come on, man. Keep reading.
Of Boston.
Of where?
Boston.
We went to Boston the other day, and I was looking at these Negroes. I'm wondering why these Negroes don't look like Adanya. Adanya, the certified Judite.
Damn right.
And the black Americans up there don't look like Adanya. They have a slightly different look. A slimmer nose. They for sure black people. They for sure our people, right? But they have a very peculiar thing. Judeans have a spirit. Judas is rough and rugged and want to dominate everything. right? The Black Americans, most of them I see in Boston is not like that. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Cement caverns of Boston, Chicago.
There we go. Keep going.
Denver,
Colorado. Keep going.
Cleveland,
Ohio. Keep going.
And Detroit.
And Detroit in Michigan, man. And we fill the cities in the north, man. Keep reading.
They have made a long march from farms.
They're a long way from where they used to be in their farms. Keep reading.
Woods and ranches.
Because the slave master done gave them the worst land to farm on.
Right.
And the worst ranches to work on. You see what I'm saying? Because they were cursed in the field, like Deuteronomy says. You see what I'm saying? They came to the city and they were cursed in the city too. They in the city without an identity. They in the city getting locked up as black. They're writing on the census black or African American, and they go into jail and they're selling crack and they're drug dealers and they're crack addicts. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. They have made a long march from farms, woods, and ranches to skyscrapers.
To where?
Skyscrapers.
They're working in skyscrapers, man. They're working at T-Mobile.
Counsel.
That's where the Native Indians. They're working at T-Mobile. They're in the Chrysler Building, man. Working job. They're working at FUBU. That's where they are, man. They in Harlem. You see what I'm saying?
Come, sir.
Man, they was there doing the boogie down beatbox in the Bronx.
Right, sir.
You know what I mean? They in Harlem saying we have to go back to Africa, man. We are Kemet.
Right.
They're in the cement cabins in New York, man, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? They in pink houses, man. You know what I mean? They in Flatbush. They call it Flatbush Gardens now. You see what I'm saying? They down on Newkirk, man. They ain't downtown Brooklyn, man. They in the projects. They in Bed-Stuy, Bushwick. They in Sheepshead Bay. Keep reading, man.
Come, sir. To skyscrapers, subways.
Yes. And what?
Subways.
They in the subways dancing on them trains.
Right.
Because the Native Indians, they get down with, they got some talent, man. This is lost people. You know what I mean? They swinging around on the poles in the subway, begging for money. You know what I mean? They are average Negroes, man. They going to work.
Gotcha.
They're working at McDonald's. They're going to high school and Kingsborough College. You know what I mean? Come on, man. They gangbanging. They the ones with the red flag and the blue flag walking through the train courts. Keep reading.
Come, sir. Skyscrapers, subways, and ghettos.
And what?
Ghettos.
Oh, say it again.
Ghettos.
The ghetto. The ghetto, man. They in Crown Heights, man. They in Flatbush, man. East New York, man. You know what I mean? Harlem. You know what I mean? What's the one that Nas come from again? Queensbridge. You know what I mean? They in the Bronx, man. They're what's the East Tremont and all them places, man. Black Americans, man. You see what I'm saying? But they're really Native Indians. Keep reading.
Come, sir. Most have arrived with only a faint recollection.
With a what?
Faint recollection.
You go ask them. They're gonna say, "Yeah, my grandma Cherokee.
Come, sir.
My granddad Blackfoot." You go ask any one of them because they are them people. They just in school. They taught that they Black Americans.
Right.
You ask them about their grandma. My grandma Choctaw.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They have a faint recollection of, keep reading.
A faint recollection of their adventurous rural heritage.
Meaning their heritage goes back to a great adventure through the United States before it was the United States. You know what I'm saying? Going to war with the slave masters people. You see what I'm saying? Running around, trying to get away, going from this city, moving to New York.
Right, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Moving to Chicago and to Detroit. You know what I mean? I was looking on every time I go on TV, I can't help but to notice the distinction in Michael Jackson's family's faces.
Right.
Jermaine Jackson and White, they all got the nose. They always look like the old pictures of Native Indians.
Counsel.
Tupac looked like a Native Indian to me. I'm just trying to tell you. All over the TV nowadays is Big Meech.
Right.
From Detroit. What's his name? His name is something Flannery, right? But Big Meech. You know what I mean? He got a strange nose, man. He looked like the pictures of the Native Indians, I'm trying to tell you, man. You know what I mean? From Detroit. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Only a faint recollection of their adventurous rural heritage and gallant ancestors.
And what?
Gallant.
And the gallant, right?
Counsel.
Gallant. And that's the word that General Hyman was talking about the other day, where the man would stand up for his woman.
Damn right.
Where the man would care for his woman. But you look in Black America now, you see what I'm saying? We all niggas and slacky, N-words and hoe and bees.
Counsel.
You see what I'm saying? Now it's M.O.B. Money over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Slakia. You know what I mean? Now we're not gallant no more.
Right.
Now we don't care for sisters no more. Now it's dog eat dog and every hoe for themselves. Slakia.
Right, sir.
You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be hoes and we shouldn't be no dog like people. You see what I mean? We're supposed to care for each other. And what they're saying here, that read that last part again.
Rural heritage and gallant ancestors.
Rural heritage. We had a heritage, man. We had a thing that was ours. We had a heritage to be protected, to love. But it's gone. Now we wear Puma and Nikes. That's our heritage now. You say what's black culture? They go for hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the caps with the old African thing on there that everybody used to wear back in the day. You know what I mean? Now it's wearing dashikis around a city for to represent a country that you're not even from.
Counsel.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Keep reading up.
Come on, sir. The people they meet in school, at work, or play.
These people, the Native Indians, are in New York City going to work and school and where?
And play.
And play. Keep reading. And parties. Keep reading.
Cannot appreciate their background.
They cannot appreciate their background because they don't know nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? How can you appreciate?
Say exactly that too.
Oh, so go ahead. Read it.
No, God, they know nothing about it.
They know nothing about it. There you go. We don't want to call with the author here. You know what I mean? We ain't twisting this thing. This ain't no twisting scriptures, twisting excerpts. You see what I'm saying? How can you appreciate a culture you know nothing about? You saying you're African and we gotta go back to Africa. We gotta go back to Ghana, Nigeria. You don't know nothing about Ghana and Nigeria. You don't really love Ghana. You don't love that, and Ghanaians don't love you.
Right.
Nigerians don't love you. You go back there, you better make sure you visit it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You also again in Africa, you in a place that don't belong to you. You know what I mean? And they're gonna tell you to your face, this ain't your heritage. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. If you know I have a history, you will respect me.
If you know I have a history, you respect me. But now Black Americans are calling themselves African Americans when there's no history with African America. That's two continents. And the Native Indians calling themselves African Americans ain't come off no slave ship.
Counsel.
You see what I'm saying? Keep reading. And Africa America is the name of two white men. Africanus Leo Scipius Africanus, right? Leo Scipio Africanus was a Roman general that named the continent of Africa after him. Before that, it was called the land of Ham. You see what I'm saying? America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, right? Amerigo Vespucci, who was an Italian map maker, named the land after him. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
A Black Indian student told a conference.
A Black Indian student. Keep reading. He would look like Bobby Brown.
Counsel.
Keep reading.
A Black Indian student told a conference of New York teachers.
So this is a Black Indian in New York, right? Keep reading. And Indians in America, the Native Indians, are not portrayed to be black.
Counsel.
So he's in there, a Negro essentially, right?
Counsel.
Saying, I'm in New York City, trying to tell you about who we are. Keep reading.
Of New York City teachers in 1968. Her words still ring true. Those who assume that a people have no history worth mentioning are likely to believe that they have no humanity worth defending.
And there you go. Now your life is not valued in this place. You see what I'm saying? Now black women don't even value a black man.
Right.
Because you're just a nothing nigga.
Right.
That's how they look at you. You see what I'm saying? But no, him, no, he's one of the princes of Shaka Zulu in Africa. You see what I'm saying? He's the guy that I watched who I should love in Coming to America movie.
Counsel.
But you, nah, you're just a nigga from Brooklyn.
Right. You
know what I mean? You ain't glove. You from Crown Heights. What are you good for? Wearing do-rags. And you broke his hair, right? There's all the things that what? Reduce us in humanity. All right? Is there any more on that?
That was the last.
You can go to the next the next piece right there, right? Before we get there, I want to get Psalm 83, right? Hold where you at, right? I'm going to get Psalm 83, right? I don't know if we got enough time to go through a couple of these books. We got a couple of books we want to get into, right? These are all must-have books to have, right? The 10 tribes of Israel, right? Some true history here. Also, we got this book right here. This book right here used to be $5,000 when I came into the school. This one right here, right? It used to be about $20-something, $25 in the 80s when U.P.K was bringing it up, right? And then it went to $5,000, and people couldn't have access to this book no more. And now it's back down to $20-something on Amazon. I'd advise you to get a lot of information in these books here about our heritage, man. You know what I mean? The true history of what's going on, man. You see what I'm saying? Give me verse 3. Right?
Go on, sir. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, our people, right? Meaning, when you see Black Americans not having a heritage or don't know who they are in New York, and they just walk around black with a Choctaw great grandma somewhere or a Cherokee great grandma nowhere, that was planned for you to not have that heritage. You see what I'm saying? You walking around calling yourself a Jamaican or a Haitian, and you don't know you're from the tribe of Benjamin. Because you're really now you're Jamaican or Trinidadian, or you're from a Grenada or one of these islands, and you don't live from the tribe of Benjamin. That's not a mistake. Haitians not knowing they're from the tribe of Levi, that's not a mistake. When Toussaint Louverture know he was from the tribe of Levi. Jean-Jacques Dessalines knew they were from the tribe of Levi. You see what I'm saying? And the Black Indian going up into the teachers' conference, he knew he was a native Indian.
Right.
But what happened? All the rest of his family don't. You see what I'm saying? Because they now they believe they somewhere mixed with Africans because they black. Because in their mind, a black man could never be a native.
Right.
He could never have this land. Could never be his. He could never be nothing great. He could never have been a person who took the war to the slave masters people when it was coming across them ships from Britain.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was not a valiant man. He was not a warrior. He's a homosexual. He's an LGBT community member now. You see what I'm saying? He's a woman. He's a woman inside a man's body now. Our people are destroyed, man. It's not a mistake. Keep reading now.
Come on, sir. And consulted against thy hen ones.
They consulted against thy hen ones. They consulted together, these heathens, against the people who what? Are hidden. Give me the title of the book again if I could. Right? Read the title of the book again.
Black Indians. A hidden heritage.
Yeah, show the camera if I could. Right? Black Indians, right? Black Indians, right? A hidden heritage. Read that verse again there. Read that part right there again.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
We have a hidden heritage. They consulted against the people who now have a hidden heritage. We are the hidden ones. We are the ones now called Ecuadorians. Okay. We're called Peruvians now. And Colombians. And we're called Mexicans now. You see what I'm saying? We're called Black Americans. America. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 4. They have said, come.
They have said, come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
Yeah. The slave masters people told the Africans, come, help us gas these niggas up. Come, Chinese man, come help us cut off these black people from selling fried chicken. You sell fried chicken now, Chinese man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mr. Indian man, you the one opening stores in the corners. Mr. Arab man, come help us cut us off these people from business, from economy, cut them off from strength, cut them off from finances. You make the deli, you make the chicken store, you make the sandwich store, right? Make sure we leave these niggas with nothing. I mean, you set up vendors on the street. Don't let these niggas get nothing. Keep reading.
Come, sir. That the name of Israel.
That the what?
Israel.
That the name of Israel. That the people who have a heritage. Keep reading.
May be no more in remembrance.
They don't know who they are no more. Make sure they don't know who they are no more. Make sure they call black Americans. Black, which is just a color in a crayon box. Good night. It's not a country. There's no language called black.
Right.
See what I'm saying? What's the dietary of black? What's the dress code of black? I guess we just wear black. Now we're Black Panthers. Okay. Because we don't know who we are. You know what I mean? Forget what country we come from. We're Black Panthers. We just wear black. We out there with black guns and black clothing and black leather jackets. That's dumb. That's absolutely dumb. You know what I'm saying? Black is not a culture. Black is not a heritage. Proud to be black. All the people that say they're proud to be black are now, under the jail doing that. They failed. You know what I mean? They failed it. They essentially failed. Right. All the people that are proud to be black, you know what I'm saying, failed our families. All the proud to be black, all them people became deadbeat mothers and deadbeat fathers. You see what I'm saying? People with no strength, proud to be black. You gotta be an Israelite, man. Right. That's what the whole idea is saying. That's what the root is pointing to. You see what I'm saying? You have to follow on the straight path. Why there's a path to destruction, man. You see what I'm saying? Proud to be black don't get you off crack. You see what I'm saying? But proud to be an Israelite gets you off crack. You can't smoke no crack. Right. An ungodly man diggeth up evil. What do you gotta do? And it says there's a burning in his lips. It's Proverbs 16:27. Right? In other words, you gotta not do that. If you find out you're an Israelite, you gotta find out there's rules to be an Israelite. If you go outside these rules, then now you're gonna be a black American and you go smoke crack in Boston. Boston. Right. That's how you say it. That's how they say it. They say Boston. Keep reading.
Come, sir. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Most High in Christ, Captain Pastor, sir, right? They have what?
Consulted together with one consent.
Meaning they come together in an agreement, right? And this is talking about the United Nations. They're not dumb to these things. They know whose land they own. Right. You know what I mean? They all here. They know who these people are that's in their ghettos, on the trains and in the subways, like William Katz was bringing out in this book right here. Right. Right? Keep reading.
They are confederate against thee.
They are what?
Confederate against thee.
They all together against you. You talking about we gotta love all people. All people hate you.
Right.
Right. We gotta have more talk with all people. We believe in loving all people. All people is against you, man. All people is why you don't have an identity. Right? All people came together so you don't know who you are. Right. All people came together so you can be on crack. You see what I'm saying? Where do you think heroin come from? Afghanistan, nigga.
Counsel.
Afghanistan is where heroin come from. The poppy fields.
Counsel.
Muslims.
Right.
Essentially, Muslims is why you have heroin. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. All right, keep reading.
Come, sir. The tabernacles of Edom.
The who?
The tabernacles of Edom.
Hold up now. The tabernacles of Edom. Right? We have a book here. It says, who is Edom? And is this made by the I.S.U.P.K? No, it's not. Who wrote this book? Who wrote this book? Charles Wiseman. Charles Wiseman. A white man wrote this book. Now let's see who the white man says the white man is. Let's see if he knows anything about the people, the tabernacles of who?
Edom.
Let's see if he says anything about the tabernacles of Edom. Okay. Hold on here. Keep reading.
Come, sir. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the
Ishmaelites are the Arabic people. All right, Ishmaelites are the Arabs according to their own testimony, right? Moab is who? Moab is the Chinese man.
Counsel.
All right, keep reading.
And the Hagarenes, verse 7, Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and the Hagarenes, the Hagarenes are the chief tribe of the Arabs, the same way how Judah is the chief tribe of the Israelites because of Jesus Christ. All right, keep reading.
Come, sir. Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assad also is joined with them.
Right. I mean, all the Shemite people, right? Give me right here, right quick.
Come, sir.
All right. We're in page 11 of this book called Who is Esau, right?
Right here, sir.
Yeah, please.
Come, sir. The book of Who is Esau, Edom, by Charles A. Wiseman. The Seir Mountains are none other than the original land of Esau.
Oh my gosh. The Seir Mountains. There were people from the mountains. There were people called cavemen. You know what I'm saying? They were cavemen, Caucasian men. You see what I'm saying? Didn't have no pigment in their skin, don't need it. Right? Pigment is to absorb vitamin D from the sun. They don't need that. They in caves. You see what I'm saying? This was their heritage, right? Keep reading.
Land of Esau, Edom. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Genesis chapter 36, verse 8. Seir was a mountain range south of the Dead Sea and was also known as the land of Edom.
Give me the next chapter.
Come, sir. If the Khazars did originally dwell.
Now the Khazars are people that were in Europe. Right? There were people that were in Europe that moved to Germany. Right? I think it says that probably 2 pages back, right? Keep reading.
Come, sir. Then the Khazars and thus world Jewry are racially
what?
Racially of Edomite stock.
Oh, they're racially of Edomite stock. Meaning, well, here's what this Caucasian author is saying, right? He's saying the reason why he said world Jewry, he's talking about the Jewish people.
Sir.
Right? And he's saying the Jewish people were Khazars. They are racially. This is not a fairy tale. Right? This is not a religion. Right? But they are from the Edomite stock racially. So you see a Jewish Caucasian man. He's an Edomite.
Right.
According to the book here. We didn't make this up. You know what I mean? It's in the book. All right? Is there any more on that?
Sir.
Okay, go ahead.
But how and when did Edomites get to Khazaria?
But when did the Edomites get to southern Europe, get to Poland and Austria and these places? Keep reading.
There is evidence that in the 6th century BC
and Bulgaria, right, and Upper Turkey and these places.
Keep reading. There's evidence that in the 6th.
Hold on, wait. There's what?
Evidence.
There's what?
Evidence.
Meaning this is not a myth.
Sir.
Right? They have evidence. Right? When you want to go prove something in court, you need the evidence. Keep reading.
That in the 6th century BC, some of the Edomites fled their homeland of Seir. And
they fled the caves in Mount Seir, right? Keep reading.
And migrated north.
And they migrated north. What's in the north? Europe. Today, sometimes you call them Europeans. Keep reading.
After the fall of Jerusalem in 586 BC.
After the fall of Jerusalem, and our people were Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? We were the people in Jerusalem that fled into Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's a topic for another day. We go into that book right now. We ain't never gonna come back to
the Native Indian topic. You see what I'm saying? But we bring it out all the time. We fled into Africa in 70 AD as the order by Jesus Christ to flee to the mountains, as he said. Some people didn't flee to the mountains and they got taken into the Roman Colosseums to fight lions. They had the Roman Colosseums because they built it with the gold that they broke down from our largest menorah,
right,
dragging it out of a temple in Jerusalem. They got the story written on the Ark of Titus in France. Salakia, go ahead. Yeah, my fault.
After the fall of Jerusalem in 586 BC, the Edomites began to press northward.
They pressed north. The Edomites pressed north, and this is what they call the evidence. They have evidence for this, right? You don't have no evidence. You don't know. You don't know nothing. You're just a black man from Crown Heights, from Brooklyn, from New York. We don't know nothing. They don't teach us this in school. You go to history class, they don't break this down. That this is where Thomas Jefferson's people came from. This is where George Washington's people came from, right? Benjamin Netanyahu, these people came from here. You know what I mean? They ain't saying these things. Or all the people that run BET, they run BET, man, Black Entertainment Television. You know what I mean? To make sure that you got nothing, Negro. You know what I mean? That's who these people are. You know what I mean? What else do they run? CBS. You know, ABC America. You know what I mean? Fox, all the news, Reuters, Fox TV, and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Everybody know that there's a Jewish agenda behind all of these TVs. You see what I'm saying? Keep it in.
Come on, sir. The extent and ultimate destination of this northward trek is not found in history, but is likely
meaning they hid this thing in history because all history is written, and this man is saying that this Caucasian man is saying that he has evidence of his own heritage, his own Caucasian heritage, even though it's been hidden. Right? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Not found in history, but is likely that it brought some Edomites to the region of Khazaria.
It brought Edomites to the region of Khazaria. Keep reading.
The Edomites were also cast out of the Palestine and dispersed in different directions in 70 AD. When the Romans sacked Jerusalem, many thousands of these people are known to have migrated northward.
Right. So what they're saying is the Jewish people, now the Romans are Edomites too, right? But what they're saying is the Jewish people, just like today, they kept themselves separate from other white people.
Right.
So when the Romans came to take over, they wanted to take over the Jewish Caucasians too. And this is the time before they were even Jewish. You see what I'm saying? They became Jewish later on to try to make to live in peace between the Christian war and the Ottoman Turks war, which is basically a religious war between Christianity and Islam. All right. Okay, we're gonna drop that. All right, we're gonna go back into this here. All right. Okay. Yeah, the water. Right, and that was the book called "Who is Esau, Edom" by a Caucasian man called Charles Wiseman. All right, Charles Wiseman is the name of the author of this book here, right? Yeah, keep going up.
Come on, sir. Read from the top of it.
Yeah, please.
Come on, sir. On the snowy night of March 5th, 1770, Crispus Attucks, a black Natick Indian.
So now, for what I've been taught from school, right, that Crispus Attucks, I don't know if you got taught the same thing, right? But I was taught that Crispus Attucks was a black man.
Come on, sir.
A so-called African American man.
Come on, sir.
You see how they keep reading.
Stepped dramatically into U.S. history in Boston. He was the first to fall in the Boston Massacre. Benson L. Luke.
And that shows you that you can never fight on the oppressor side, man.
Right.
So don't go marching with no oppressors, man. You see what I'm saying? The brother the other day, man, in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, he kicked the devil in the face. You see what I'm saying? Because Kyle Rittenhouse murdered 2 men.
Right.
He got off scot-free. You see what I'm saying? But the brother who kicked Kyle Rittenhouse in the face when he was shooting people out there in a crowd, he kicked Kyle Rittenhouse in the face to try to stop him, right, from murdering other white men.
Right.
Right. And the brother got charged with assault. I think he got 2 or 3 years or something like that. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, right?
It was nice.
You know what I mean? Don't fight on no oppressive side, man. You're gonna be the loser. fighting for Democrats and Republicans.
Right.
You're gonna be the sucker. They're gonna look at you in the end like he was such a sucker. You know what I mean? They're not gonna appreciate you. You're not gonna be Christmas addicts. You see what I'm saying? Unless you're the one that died first. Keep going on.
Benson J. Lawson, a 19th century historian, transformed addicts into a Nantucket Indian.
Sean Williams, you cannot prove that. And furthermore, you're not paying attention to the class because we brought out the evidence that the native Indians are not from India. Indians are from India. Native Indians are not from India, right? India is a word which Oppressor gave to the world, which just means savage. Right? Because he went out and conquered the Indians in India and named them Indians. Right? The Indians in India don't even call themselves Indians. Maybe today because they speak in English, but they were not called India before the British went over there. You see what I'm saying? The Native Indians wasn't called. They didn't call themselves Native Indians.
Right. You
see what I'm saying? And the Native Indians, Sean Williams, if you're a black man in America, you might be a Native Indian. So are you from India? Huh? What is it? Urdu affairs, Sean Williams. You know what I mean? Are you an Indian? Come on now. Let's stop being silly, all right? Urdu affairs, Sean Williams. Go on, yeah.
Come on, sir. Into a Nantucket Indian. To losing is losing is seen wrong to place an African American with Native American blood at the daring first moment of American independence.
So now, Drew, because this event was such a highlight in history for the establishing of the American Republic, rather, right? They couldn't have it be said that a Native Indian played a great role in behalf of the establishing of this place here. So it doesn't sound right for the Native people themselves to be on that side. So they made Christmas addicts African American, just to change the narrative, because the oppressor is the devil, man, that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. Is there any more on that?
Next paragraph, sir.
Is there anything on there?
Next paragraph.
Okay, drop that. See if there's any more on the next pages there, right?
Counsel.
All right. Shalom, Chris Moore. What's going on, man? Pagaiba, what's going on, man? Keith Henry, what's up, man? How about Shemashai, brother Thar? All right. Shout out to Jessica. I still if I got your name wrong, all right? Lynette Cunningham, right? But big up to Jessica, all right? All right. Also, Jules Charms, Shalom, sis, all right? If you have any questions on this too, we'll take any questions also too, right? You got something there? Please, right? So we're gonna wrap up now, right? Because I know the 7 o'clock class gonna start, right?
Yeah. Page 13. To prevent Africans and Native Americans from uniting.
Hold up now. This is why Sean Williams said that thing right there. Because Sean Williams have been prevented from uniting with his own Native Indian brothers. Right. Because he doesn't know they're his brothers. He thinks they're his enemies. Right? Keep reading.
To prevent Africans and Native Americans from uniting.
According to the Bible, to prevent the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom from uniting. To prevent black people and Latinos from uniting. Keep reading.
Europeans played skillfully.
Who?
Europeans.
Who?
Europeans.
Caucasian people. Keep reading.
Played skillfully.
Play what?
Skillfully.
Regular.
Skillfully.
It was a joke.
Skillfully.
It was on purpose.
Skillfully.
They are confederate against thee.
Skillfully.
With one consent.
Skillfully.
Go on.
On racial differences.
On what?
Racial differences.
They say, oh, you're black and they're Latino.
Racial differences.
You're black and they're Hispanic.
Racial differences.
You're from America. He's from the islands.
Racial differences.
You're a citizen. He's an illegal immigrant.
Racial differences.
Come on, man. You came from the slave ships. They wear feathers.
racial differences,
Come on, we keep reading.
and ethnic rivalries.
And what?
Ethnic rivalries.
Come on, man. Shalom, Kasapaka. What's going on, man? Keep reading it.
They kept the pot of animosity boiling.
They kept the pot of animosity boiling. Now it's black people against Mexicans. The Mexicans are stealing all of our jobs. Huh? You see what I'm saying? What's the Latino saying? The black Americans, they can't get it together. They don't like to work. Come on, man. If we ain't the Lord's people, man. If this ain't if we ain't the 12 tribes, man, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man, so-called Native Indians, man, the First Nation people of this country, man. If we're not the same, man. This is some sad stuff we're reading here, man. This is sad, man. Come on, man. We messed up out here, man. Come on, keep reading.
They kept the pot of animosity boiling. Mm-hmm. Whites turned Indians into slave hunters.
Whites turned Indians into slave hunters. So when you hear, right, that the Native Indians had black slaves, it's because the white man turned them against us. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no different than what they got going on today. You had the slave master turn your black brother into your drug dealer.
Right.
It's no different than today. He turned black people against other black people. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Keep it.
Come on, sir. Whites turned Indians into slave hunters and slave owners, and Africans into Indian fighters.
And they turned Africans into Indian fighters. You're damn right, Chris Moore, man. Colorism was pushed on us, man. They turned black people into Indian fighters. I was out in a place. I stayed one time in a place called Hempstead, man. And it's all black and Latino rivalry out there, man. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Slakia. And Africans into Indian fighters. Light-skinned Africans were pitted against dark-skinned.
Light-skinned niggas was pitted against dark-skinned niggas. Have we ever heard that before?
Come on, sir.
We've heard that before. Sean Williams. I'm sure we've heard that before. Keep reading. In Jamaica, is a you can't even say if you light skin like me in Jamaica, you can't even say the word black. Black people take it offensive. Okay. Right? Black people can't say the word brown. They say brown people have it better. They want you or the house Negro. Are you sure about that? You see what I'm saying? In slavery, they had the biggest, darkest black man be the slave driver. He was the one whipping all the other slaves, light skin or not. You see what I'm saying? We've been pitted against each other, man. And it goes on today. So I go in certain places in Brooklyn. I'm not welcome there because I'm light skinned. They're gonna tell me I got some of the slave master's blood in me. Meanwhile, what did it say right here?
Africans are pitted against dark skin.
Light skinned Africans, right? And by Africans, they don't mean Nigerians. They don't mean people from Ghana or Gambia. They don't mean Obama's people. They mean you nigger in Brooklyn.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Who came on slave ships, right? They pitted light-skinned Negroes against dark-skinned Negroes. Keep reading.
Free against enslaved.
Free against enslaved, meaning we get the culture of, you niggas is broke. It's the same thing that's going on today because the slave was broke. The free one was out there in America, opening stores, you know what I mean, having businesses in the North. You know what I mean? Balling, niggas in Harlem, C.J. Walker. You see what I'm saying? Looking down, you know, a sister. If C.J. Walker had a husband, right, and then her husband went down south, right, to get a girl, C.J. Walker gonna shit on her. So my language. She gonna how do you say that now without cursing? Nigga, she gonna hate. She gonna hate on her. You know what I mean? She gonna play games on her. I'm saying she gonna stunt on her. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading now.
Black Indians against pure Africans.
Black Indians against Black Judites. Black Americans versus African Americans. Really, when they get down to it. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. And this is all over DC. In DC, at a part where there was the black people that knew that they were natives, right? And they over here, right? And then you have a part that they know these other brothers were down from Alabama or something like that. They knew they were Africa came from slave ships, blacks. right? And they don't mix, and they will stunt on each other. Keep it.
Come. Pure Africans or pure Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Those who have put history into books have emphasized differences between Africans and Native Americans.
Meaning what? This was something that was always known. But 2021, you go ask a black man, I go ask any one of you watching, you don't know anything about this. You've never even heard of this. You see what I'm saying? That this was true Black American history, right? That we've been hating each other as Black Indians and Black African Americans, and both of you Black. And Black Indians who don't even know the Indians, they just call it, what they call it nowadays? They call it the PJs versus private houses in New York. You from the projects, you know what I'm saying? And they saying they better than the people. They say the people in the private houses is PUSSY. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And the people in the private houses saying them niggas is broke. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Kind of very true indeed. Big up the Pagaiwa, man. Testimony by a brother, man. He knows this, man. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading now.
Come on, sir. So out here. Next paragraph.
Go on.
Those who have put Those who have put history into books have emphasized differences between Africans and Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
For example, they have stressed that Europeans encountered Indians as distinct individuals and members of proud nations, and Africans as nameless slaves.
And that is true because up to today, a black man don't consider himself as nothing. You don't consider himself as nothing, man. You know what I mean? It's a sad state we're in, man. And you would be proud of something if you knew you were an Israelite. But now, because you don't know who you are, now you're just oppressed, and you feel like something is missing in life because you don't know who you are. You see what I'm saying? You're going out there. What did they say? I need to go out and travel the world. I gotta find who I am. Because you've been missing an identity. Because you thought of yourself as a nameless slave. You're walking around with white people's names. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Little mention is made of the enslavement.
And hold on, the Black Indians now, who now don't remember they're Black Indians, they also feel the same way. Now they've been put in the shoes of the Black American slaves. Now they feel like they're Black Americans. They feel like they're off the kingdom of slaves, and now they feel like they're nameless slaves in America. Going back to Egypt, worshiping Amun-Ra and all kind of weird stuff. Trying to find a heritage, trying to cleave on to something, calling themselves Muslim now. You see what I'm saying? Calling themselves Muhammad. And the tribe of Shabazz trying to find an identity, trying to not be a nameless slave. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Little mention is made of the enslavement of Native Americans.
Hold on. Native Americans was also enslaved. Those black natives were also enslaved. And you don't hear about it. You ain't gonna hear about it on Thanksgiving. They're gonna talk about the massacre. And not even mention that they were enslaved like us. They're trying to make sure that we don't come together. They're trying to make sure that we don't have a similarity with each other. We got nothing in common. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And nothing is said about the cultural similarities between the two dark people.
And we had cultural similarities. Why? Because we're different tribes, same race. Different tribes, same nation. We were the same goddamn people, man. And Lilith said about it. That's what we said, right? Lilith said about it, right? People don't say it. People don't notice it. People that's saying that they native Indian today, they say that to say we're not African American. That we're not same as these other niggas. That's why they're saying it. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Come on, sir.
Now we don't look to be Israelites together. Now they go look to be to wear feathers and separate themselves from black people that claim to be the shiki wearing African brothers. Right? And brothers who wear the shikis and want to go back to Africa, they disparage themselves from brothers who claim to be Native Indians. Now we don't have a unity. Now we're divided and conquered, man. A house divided against itself cannot stand, our King Jesus Christ said, man. And Jesus Christ was a black man, man. Jesus Christ today would be a so-called African American. And he told Paul and them to go out and to be an apostle for the Gentiles, meaning to go out and find those black Americans over there who think they are Indians, who's wearing feathers, who've been separated from us for over 1,000 years. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. In 1984,
not so long ago,
scholar Theda Purdue said, by emphasizing the actual exaggerated and imagined differences,
exaggerated, you pulled at the right time too, exaggerated and imagined differences between the black Americans and Native Americans, Native black Americans. In other words, African Americans and black Native Americans. The imagined difference, meaning there's not really a difference.
Counsel.
You just think there's a difference.
Counsel.
Right? The white man look at you and know y'all the same. We got to do something about this. How can we make ourselves safe here? Right? We're going to turn the attention off of us and turn it on each other, and now white people live in peace. Right? But there's no U.S. military soldier at the borders to white neighborhoods. You're just a road and a stop sign. Right? But you don't go there. Right? You busy beefing the Crips.
Counsel.
Right? You busy beefing the gangster disciples, the GDs. Right? You busy fighting Bloods. Right? So other natives Indian, you fighting Latin kings. Come on, man. Keep reading.
And imagine differences between
and the white man up the street with all the wealth. But you don't think to rob him. You think of robbing your brother down the street who you have an imagined difference with. You go to war with Jamaicans. Jamaicans go to war with black Americans. You see what I'm saying? Jamaicans go to war with Haitians in New York because of exaggerated and imagined differences. Keep reading.
Between Africans and Indians, whites successfully masked the cultural similarities of the two races.
They what?
Masked.
They what?
Masked.
They masked. You can't even see it. You see what I'm saying? They put a cover on it. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Successfully masked the cultural similarities of the two races, as well as their mutual exploitation by whites. In the United States, Africans became central to the exploration. Africans became central in the exploration of the new nation.
Say it again. Africans
became central in the exploration of the new nation.
Right. So now Africans became the vehicle that gave white people a pass into the whole country. You see what I'm saying? Because the African American will get the pass, be with his black face to all the other native blacks around the country.
Counsel.
Now a Negro, now a Judite, an African American is just something the white man ride on. You just a car. You see what I'm saying? You just a vehicle for feminism, sisters. You see what I'm saying? A black man is just a vehicle for civil rights to bring forth LGBTQ rights.
Counsel.
You just a car, man. That's what you are, man. You're something to be used. Yeah, I mean, you're just something to make money for the NBA. While the owner run off with all of the money and call you niggas in secret. Donald Sterling, I think his name was, right?
Counsel.
Big deal now. Like you know these people like this all along. And they masked it too, meaning they hid it from you. They talk about this stuff in secret. You see what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Counsel. Exploration of the new nation and development of the crucial fur trade.
There was a fur trade going on out here. All the mink furs and all kind of furs. Keep reading.
Because they were more able to build a binding
trust.
Counsel. Among Native Americans.
Meaning black people could build a trust with other black Americans because they're the same. Why? Because, where's the apocrypha again? I believe Ecclesiasticus 13, right? Every beast like its own kind. Right? Let me see if I can get that right quick. All right. Hold on. Let's get that precept right quick. Right? Every beast like its own kind, KJV.
Verse 15, sir.
Yeah, 13 and 15. Please.
Come on, sir. So Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Every beast loveth his like.
Every beast loveth people that are like him. So we can build a binding trust. The African American and the black Native Indian could build a binding trust. Young Dolph was a Native American. I look at that face and how he's built. I don't know Judah ain't built like that, man. Skinny. They call him Dolph. They like Dolphin. Because Native Indians have a different build from the Negro that came off ships. I could tell a Benjamin anyway, and they black and they look like niggas too. But Native Indians have a certain build. I go to Boston, I see all the black people there. I be like, these are all natives, and I said that's a Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? Even though they're all black. You know what I mean? And the Jamaicans and the Black Americans is in Boston in peace. Going to the mall together, eating at Popeyes. You see what I'm saying? But the slave man to come around. Ooh, what's that? What's he doing around here? Wow, how these? Oh my gosh, this is gentrification. Because I guess what is he doing in my neighborhood? We ain't never looked at no Jamaican and said this is gentrification, right? You never see no Haitians move into your neighborhood and say they're trying to gentrify the neighborhood. You don't say that because these people are all your like. But these oppressors over here, white, pale face devils. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gentrification. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. And every man loveth his neighbor.
And every man loves his neighbor. You see what I'm saying? Them Jamaicans come to your neighborhood, man. Your son and his son become friends in school.
Come on, sir.
And he speaks just like you now.
Come on,
because you two are such alike. Y'all get along together so well. You see what I'm saying? And you love your neighbor, and we just blend in now. Nowadays, you don't even know a man is Jamaican until he tell you.
Sir.
You don't know a man is Haitian until he tells you. He looks just like a black American, right? So now the slave master took the black American, carried him through the land of the Native Indian America, right? Because he could make binding trust because every neighbor loved with his own like. Every beast like his own kind. Any more on that?
Allah, sir.
You sure?
Sir.
Please, keep reading.
Come on, sir. Mm-hmm. All flesh consorteth according to kind.
All flesh, all people from their tribes and race, they do what? They assort to kind. Right? There's a kind of man that's like us. And there's a kind of man that I'll be like, we can't trust this guy, man. He smiles in our face. He talks nice. And he says, good morning, but where's where's Jermaine? So Jermaine ain't around no more. Jermaine on crack since this guy came around. Even though this guy says good morning, he's all nice to us. Man, can we really trust the guy? The other bro saying, you talking about, man? These people are nice, man. These are good white folk. Right. Oh, yeah, where's Jermaine? You know what I mean? Jimmy Crackcorn's wife, Karen, done said Jermaine raped her and she lied on him. Right. Jermaine in jail saying, I didn't do it. They lied on me. Can't get out. Can't afford a lawyer. You know what I mean? They give you a public lawyer, the public lawyer white. You see what I'm saying? So the public lawyer going to lunch with the judge and the prosecutor together say, yeah, we're gonna get these niggas. You see what I'm saying? White people love each other. Jewish, Italian, French, German, Jewish, Italian. You see what I'm saying? They are converted against us. And we gotta learn to trust each other and love each other in the I.S.U.P.K. under command in General YAHANNA, man. You better get here fast. You coming? She's not coming fast enough. You know what I mean? We in danger out here, man. You know what I mean? It's a shame the way we live, man. We already jammed up. You know what I mean? What else is there to wait for? You wait for things to get worse. It can't get no worse than this. Niggas don't even got no dads no more.
Sir.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. and a man will cleave to his like.
Keep reading.
What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? You see what I'm saying? That when the white man carrying the African American brother through the woods, he's being used because there's no real fellowship between them. You see what I'm saying? They call it wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what's going on here.
Counsel.
You see what I'm saying? He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, acting like he's nice, saying good morning, and he's been a nice guy and smiling to you. You see what I'm saying? But he's trying to eat the sheep. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Counsel. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly.
So the sinner with the godly, and we've been separated because we've been sinners, man. I mean, we gotta learn to be sinners, and the Lord will put us together, man. You see what I mean? And that's all we got today, man. You know what I mean? Big up to everyone out there. You know what I mean? You can tune in to the other page right now. I believe it's from Indianapolis, right? Tuesday, right? Tuesday, you're gonna tune into the other class right now with Tuesday's brotherhood class.
Counsel.
All right, and that's all we have for you today. And Negroes and Native Indians are the same people, right? Many brothers out there who claim to be Judas in school are actually Native Indians. Don't know it. There's a faint recollection. All right, but no sweat, man. Big up to all the tribes, man. You know what I mean? We're the Lord's people. We're the chosen. You see what I'm saying? Under command and YAHANNA, man. We got YAHANNA on Sunday, man. Stay strong, y'all. I'm saying keep fighting them demons, fight them sins. I mean, get strong in the Most High in Christ, man. And Lord be with you, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Good.